Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to Behind the Screens, your favorite esports and gaming talk show here at Radio UTD. My name's Hector,
I'm Hitarth.
And I'm Adi.
and we're back. It's been a slow week.
It really has been.
These last weeks have been relatively slow.
Yeah, I mean everyone's taking their time and prepping for the new consoles to come out, so they haven't been like announcing anything that's current. It's more just like wait till November and then everything will explode.
Yeah.
But sometimes,
But I wanna open up today with a little controversy because who doesn't like that?
I do.
So so recently, Twitch got contacted by a bunch of music labels, stating that a lot of these streamers are using their music and they would like those VODs, like already recorded things, to be taken down. And of course, a lot of people are not happy with this because this means that all of their previous catalog of content, spanning over years, is now gone at the snap of a finger.
Yeah. See, okay, so the way that I see it is, so like it makes sense in the music realm, right? To a degree, right? Where it's them streaming the music to thousands of people essentially without them getting any like monetary compensation for it. So it can be seen the same way as I'd say like a movie, right? Like it is technically illegal to stream a movie from Twitch onto like on the platform, right? So the reason I think it is a little different for games, and the reason why I don't think they will, even though they have the power to, is the fact that games are a lot more of a hands-on approach, right? Like think about YouTube, Twitch. Yes, all of those, like, they have hours of content of people being or rather playing games, and that's great. That is a huge portion of what people watch on a day-to-day basis, but that is, I'd say, not doing anything but promoting the game more than taking sales away from the game. Whereas if music was played, if a movie was played on stream, those are typically taking sales away from those outlets.
Yeah, because at that point, that's basically what the movie is. Like, all you can really do, and the purpose of a movie is to watch it. And so you generally, what you're paying for is being able to watch something. It's kind of like a TV show, or like Netflix even. Even Netflix has its own streaming policies and stuff that people also don't like, but it makes sense.
Yeah,
so
exactly.
It goes in that same way, where it's like, yeah, of course you can't stream a movie because then you're taking away the one way people can actually pay for it. Versus for like a game, you still can buy the game and then you have to physically interact.
I should like throw something in here before you guys keep going. This is from like music labels, like whenever streams do like submit a video, like if they're doing something boring, like chat can submit a video and they can just watch it and like meme, like those media are the types of things that's being like like media share, and like other like copyrighted music that music labels are going after. Like I mean, to be fair, like this music that they're going after is being played not like if you play the whole song, it's even if you play like a snippet of it, which is what makes it that much more annoying for these content creators.
Essentially, it's a DMCA strike.
Yeah, it is a DMCA.
And like you were mentioning, people that often did like media share days or even just playing music in the background will get you strikes and potentially get your channel taken down. So I guess the main talking point, and we kind of already covered it, was Google Stadia's creative director Alex Hutchinson coming out and kind of saying that, like, I think you guys should worry less about that and more the potential of them taking down your stream without having some sort of agreement or payment to stream these games.
Yeah, so I'm gonna go ahead and read what he said word by word. This was like across the span of 2 tweets, and obviously the second one was way more controversial for obvious reasons. he said streamers worried about their content getting pulled because they use music that they didn't pay for should be more worried by the fact that they're streaming games that they didn't pay for as well. It's all gone as soon as publishers decide to enforce it. The real truth of streamers, the real truth is that streamers should be paying the developers and the publishers of the games that they stream. They should be buying a license like any real business and paying for the content that they use. And so that second portion I mentioned there has gotten, for lack of a better term, massive backlash.
I want to put in this context. The first tweet, that first half that Audie said, has about 4.9k comments. The second half that was added to it has 17.1k comments.
See, the thing that I think about it, right? And just like looking at it from like an outsider's perspective as a consumer of a lot of this content, I do understand the potential of that happening. And regardless, let's think like, okay, regardless of all of the like actual part behind it where it's like, would they actually do it because it's promoting blah blah blah, if they were to actually do it regardless of anything, I do think it would be insanely hard regardless, because what would determine a streamer needing to do that? Would it be viewer count? Would it be following count? Would it be the amount of people that are watching concurrently? Is it everyone that streams on the platform needs to have a license? So even people that are getting 1 to 2 viewers? What entirely would that entail? And obviously it's not in effect, but theoretically.
And this is something like we ran over already, for a second. And the difference between like movies, music, and games is, they each have a different experience in like the way that you go through whatever content's available to you. For a movie, it's you sit down and you watch the movie. You need to see the video and listen to the audio as well. For music, it's usually tied to solely just the music. Like once you listen to music, you can say you've gotten that song's quote unquote experience. Games are a little different in the fact that you need to watch, listen, and interact with them.
Yes, I agree.
It's like a step up each time.
Yeah, it's like a full experience. Yes, you can watch people. It's the same as YouTube. Oh, you can watch people playing mini golf, but that doesn't mean you're getting the enjoyment of playing mini golf. I know it's definitely different, but it's comparable in that aspect where it's you watching someone playing something, and it could still be enjoyable to watch, but there's its own enjoyment by playing the thing that they're doing. And so I can see potentially, if that does go into effect at any point, starting with big AAA single player games, but there's like multiplayer games, for instance.
Actually,
what would anyone benefit from Valorant producing that? Or even if it's a paid multiplayer game, like, come on.
Call of Duty. Like,
oh my god.
Like,
so
that would be a joke. They know they can't do that, or else they're going to lose so many of their sales. They'll get such backlash from it.
So it's funny, this reminds me, I can't believe I forgot about this, but this exact topic reminds me of this article that this person did. This was 3 years ago. So there was this one person, I don't remember how I found out about this, probably like some meme on like Twitter or Reddit or something. And so there was this UFC pay-per-view boxing match that was being streamed by Twitch on the person, but he was getting away with it because he was pretending like it was a video game. So like he had a face cam up and everything, and he had a controller.
Oh yeah.
I remember hearing about this.
I remember that actually. Was it like the Pacquiao Mayweather fight or something like that? I think it was like one of the. It was one of the really big or it was like McGregor and Mayweather, I think, something like that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it was like a big match.
But yeah, that was funny. He was like, he essentially pretended like he was in, and it's really funny because when you go to like any like boxing, it happens specifically with boxing, I noticed, but like when the YouTubers were doing that whole like boxing thing where like a ton of people were challenging people to boxing for some reason.
Like Jake Paul and all that.
Yeah, so they people would try streaming it. Obviously, they wouldn't be allowed to, but they would like stream it and then have like Minecraft as like the thumbnail for like YouTube streams, and then like you get in, and then it's like the person like reflecting it off their sunglasses. It's
Oh my
funny.
God.
It's yeah, it's hilarious. But
with going back to what Alex Hutchinson said, obviously when you post something like that and it's extremely controversial, people are going to start to meme it, and like obviously make valid points that that are hard to contest. So for the memes portion, somebody said the real truth is that Google should be paying us for the data they mine from us, which they use to sell ads. They should be buying a license like any real business and paying for the content that they use.
that's hilarious. Actually.
Oh my God. I think one of my favorite replies to it as well is, I'm gonna guess Stadia streaming isn't making the money you thought it would, huh? And it's a picture of an article that says Google Stadia begins limited test of YouTube live streaming crowd play.
Oh my God.
That's rough.
Yeah, but another point that somebody brought up is, a lot of the time people who watch content creators on Twitch usually go there for the person rather than the game.
Yeah. Most of the time, yeah.
Yeah, like I'm a person who doesn't watch a lot of Twitch. There are like a select few people that I follow on Twitch, but they're all variety streamers. They don't stick to one game. Like the people I follow are like Admiral Baru, Ludwig, Siegel, and they never stuck to one game. Or I never like saw they were playing. Oh, like they're playing the new Watch Dogs. Like let me tune in just for that.
Yeah.
I'm watching it because they're the people that are playing it. They bring that entertainment.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I do agree and disagree in a way, right? Like, I think it makes complete sense, and I am in agreement with what you're saying, like, personally. But I do know that specifically less on Twitch and more on YouTube, where there's content of literally just the gameplay of new games that come out, and no content of, like, a creator or anything. No voice lines or voiceovers or anything, and those do extremely well as on top of that. So I think to a degree, yes, I agree for the majority of content, but if you're talking like new games, there's like a huge market. There's like this one person that plays every new game like a week before it comes out, and he gets so many views, and it's like a walkthrough of the game essentially, but it's like just the game. There's no like webcam, no talking.
Oh, okay. I was not aware of that.
Yeah, it's pretty popular actually, especially for games, because like.
Wait, is this a YouTube thing or a Twitch
thing?
thing?
It's a YouTube thing.
This is a
like
YouTube
I said,
thing, yeah.
it's pretty much exclusive to YouTube, because like Twitch, when you think about it, is like that whole live aspect, right? You want that interaction with the chat potentially, or even just the ability to have everything live and kind of react with stuff live. But like these YouTube videos are essentially just the gameplay, and it actually gets a pretty good amount of views, just because of the fact that it's like, if people want to use this footage for videos, or if people are interested to just see the game without anyone talking or playing it or whatever, it's just the gameplay.
Yeah, the no commentary videos get like a lot of attention on YouTube. Yeah. They get a decent amount of views, especially depending on what game it is.
Like, I know they did, like, Spider-Man when it came out, like, PS4, and that hit, like, millions within, like, literal days.
And a bunch of different people do a bunch of different games. So, like, you can always find different, like, content, perspective, anything for it if you need to find something.
But I do agree completely. And on top of that, typically those walkthrough streamers that do just the gameplay and stuff like that, like, get the game from the producer, or, like, the game developers. Like, I'm pretty sure,
just to
like,
showcase it.
Yeah, because they have like a good reputation and like good amount of views, and so if that has any justification or kind of foreshadowing of what would happen, I think that it's not gonna change how it is. Like, I don't think anyone's gonna be going to games and being like, hey, can I stream your game? Because like, if companies are already paying people to play their game on stream, / if they're paying or if they're giving early access to creators of these games, why would they want people to request to stream it if it's just free publicity?
Yeah, and stepping a bit outside of that, even if the company doesn't directly, like give them a copy of the game, they're still purchasing a copy of the game to stream said game.
Exactly.
It's not like they're getting it for free either way.
That's a huge point. I mean, for most games, right? Like when it's free to play games, but. And then if that's the case, if it is a free-to-play game, then there's literally no need to do anything because anyone can play the game for free regardless. So why would you like request to stream a free to play game?
Yeah, like why would I have to pay for a license to stream a game that doesn't require money to play? Like, it just doesn't make sense.
I understand where he's coming from. Like, I understand the principle behind it. But in my opinion, it's not necessary. I think, and I don't want to take it political, but like, it's essentially the same thing as like nuclear warheads, right? Like, we have the potential to do a lot of damage with nuclear weapons, but there's no reason to, right? At the moment.
So what from like a 4 to like a 10 real fast.
Yeah. But like essentially it's like the same thing. Like there's no incentive for them to use this. They have the capability of doing it, but there's no reason as of now to require people.
It would only hurt their own base of users.
Exactly.
Is what you're trying to get at.
Yeah. But we'll take it. Oh, go ahead, sorry.
And speaking of that, and you know, Twitch saying that they should start taking it. A direct quote from Twitch is saying that we recognize that by deleting this content, we're now giving you the option to file a counter notification or seek a retraction for the rights holder. In consideration of this, we process these notifications and are issuing you a one-time warning to give you the chance to learn about copyright law and the tools available to manage the content of your channel. So they can't even like say, you know, this was like, I use this in fair use. They can't contest that. It's just literally gone.
Yeah,
and that makes no sense.
They're just like, whatever. Here's a warning.
Yeah. Well, I don't know, because like the way that I see it is like Twitch is typically pretty bad about that whole type of stuff. Like they'll like give you like bans and like it'll be for no reason half the time. It's happened several times. I think YouTube back in the day definitely did a much better job at being like, okay, this is why you got to strike, blah blah blah. But even now, YouTube is being pretty terrible about it as well. You see content creators getting strikes and they can't even do anything.
Yeah, they are still bad about it, but I'd at least say that they have a better system in place because if the algorithm does pick up semblances of like copyrighted music, they'll just mute that portion of the video.
I agree.
Instead of just completely taking down the entire thing.
No, I completely agree. Yeah, it makes sense in that regard. I think they just have a better algorithm, but it's also because that's a pre-recorded thing, right? YouTube. It wouldn't do it on live streams. That's impossible.
I mean, yeah, but I still think it's possible to implement that for the VODs that already exist and for the clips that already exist.
I agree. I don't know. I think it would be a little difficult. I'm not entirely sure about the logistics behind it. I do think it would be a very tedious process in comparison to YouTube, however, because of the way that clips work and how VODs work, and it being part of a live stream kind of thing. I don't know how it works with YouTube VODs. Like, I don't know if YouTube has that type of stuff, but I agree.
Yeah.
I agree. I think Twitch is at fault. There should be something that's different other than just giving people like these penalties with literally no remorse on how it could affect their life.
Or no right to contest them.
Yeah.
Like at all. Yeah, it kind of sucks. But out of all this, ever since Alex Hutchinson had commented, Google was very quick to, you know, like say, you know, these recent tweets by Alex Hutchinson do not reflect those of Stadia, YouTube, or Google. And then another one of YouTube's global head of gaming for YouTube tweeted that publishers and creators should have a wonderful symbiotic relationship, you know, that benefits both people by having them play their games and all that. So they were very quick to be like, space themselves.
The more and more that I think about it, the stupider the comment is, right? Because like, like think about Fortnite, for instance, right? That game only blew up because of content creators. Half of the games, if not more games, blow up solely based off of the publicity given by content creators.
Classic example, Among Us.
Yeah, Among Us, and we'll get into it right now. AOC, what is she? She's on the what is it, Senate? Or a House of
She's a Congress member.
There you go. Dude, I'm so tired. Honest to God. I had a very long day yesterday.
You're good.
But regardless,
American politician serving as the U.S. representative for New York's 14th congressional district. Because I didn't know either, because I am not a politics person.
You see, I knew this. Yeah, I was about to say, I definitely knew this, but yeah. AOC, for those of you that know her, she's pretty popular, like on Twitter and everything, because she's a relatively young lady. So, but she actually went on to Twitch and played Among Us with some pretty popular streamers by the names of Moist Critical, Disguised Toast, Hassan, which is yeah, he's a pretty popular political streamer, and then like Pokimane, Dr. Lupo, so some pretty big names there. And this is kind of another controversial talking point, I guess, less from like the standpoint of like from us, but more just a lot of people that just like crap talking are doing it just because they're like essentially saying, wow, why are you playing games when you have other things to do, kind of thing, which I just find stupid.
That's dumb.
It's like, so brain dead, because like if you think about it from this perspective, right, like regardless if, and I don't want to get political and compare it to like presidents going golfing and stuff like that, but essentially
I thought you were going to talk about nuclear warheads again.
Well, like essentially
he doesn't want to get political, Adi, come on.
Yeah, essentially it's like it's in her free time. Like if she wasn't streaming this, no one would have been mad. But just because of the fact that she's enjoying playing this game and kind of promoting voting, because that's kind of just an element of the game, which is voting out the imposter, she took that as kind of like a joke, or not as a joke, she took it like literally and just kind of played around with that and just was trying to get the message out to get people to vote. And I think it was effective. It had upwards of 400,000 concurrent viewers, which is huge, making
She's
her
already partnered on Twitch.
Yeah, making it
like
made her one of the top 20 most watched streams in all of Twitch history.
Oh wow.
Yeah, very
Concurrent
few
viewers. Yeah.
That's
and
crazy.
there's a lot of things about this where people say like, why is AOC streaming? That makes me laugh, because like, you know, like initially at first glance you could just say, oh well, you know, she's pandering to the people who play games, and doing a little bit of digging will let you know that like she's not just like bringing up video games for the first time. That's not like the first video game she touched. Apparently she's actually she plays League of Legends, which sorry for your loss.
It all makes sense now. Everything makes sense.
But yeah, she has like posted content, or not content, but like updates on her social media about like her playing games. So this isn't like out of the blue, like
it's not like some random boomer like, oh, this is my first video game ever, let's get it, guys.
It's not Pokemon Let's Go to the Polls, which was a 2016 slogan used by Hillary Clinton.
God, yeah.
There is some like actual like basis. And secondly, people are just like, well, you know, she's a Democrat, like, you know, she's trying to influence people to like vote a certain way, and you know, like that's a fair like thing to be cautious of at first sight, but her main intention was to people to go to vote. I don't believe, as far as I'm aware, that she took any political stance on, you know, vote red or vote blue.
Yeah, no, I don't think she did. I overall think it was cool, right? Like obviously going out there, it gives her kind of like that potential edge over other people, just because of like for young audience, right, where they feel like they can connect to her more on like a personal level. But regardless for that, like I guess now we can talk about what that means for games like Among Us, right? Like, do you think like I as a game developer of Among Us, like what are you thinking at the moment? Like this game has gone from I'll just say it flat out, it's a $5 flash game essentially that's become like a full culture essentially behind it. Like it's gained so much traction that it's like a full following.
It's anywhere. Even if you don't play video games, it's on Reddit, it's on Twitter, it's on TikTok. That's like the most common used
it's on the
social
App
media
Store,
at this point
like,
now. Like it's literally everywhere. It's gone
even
from
if you
being
don't browse
nothing.
I was gonna say, even if you don't like browse for like games, like literally, I was just pulling up the App Store because I needed to download an app for homework, and there was just sitting on the front screen Among Us, like for free.
Yeah, like you'll see this content literally anywhere. Like YouTube will recommend videos for it. Even now, you'll see like posts and tweets everywhere being like, "Hey, AOC is playing this game with like a bunch of popular streamers," and you're like, "Wow, I was into politics, and now all of a sudden, what's Among Us?"
Yeah.
Yeah. It's one of those things where like obviously this carries a lot of implication, but I think it's overall positive because a lot of the younger generation has grown up in this world where it's just like it was filled with a lot of uncertainty, and politics seems like this like huge like scary word, like, oh, you're not just supposed to discuss what you think, and you know it's like scary to get into. So to have that sort of like bridge, I think just to get people more informed in a way is a good thing if you're allowed to like, use different means to do it.
Yeah, I agree. Well, we'll see what the future of like bigger figures kind of streaming on Twitch, because I think that's come up occasionally over the past couple years. But transitioning, we'll go over the deal of the week. I would like to say one thing before I talk about this, being a mess up on GameStop and that Audie informed us about last night, essentially where everything was like free on the website, or a good majority of things, and it was like outrageous discounts, and it was buggy as all hell. But essentially, I have $800 worth of orders right now potentially coming my way. But for you at home that didn't catch that, right now on the Switch store, there is a game, Gurgamoth. It is actually, at the time of recording this, it just went back. So I'll give you guys a deal of the week next week. I guess.
Actually, no. Hold on. If we're gonna talk about this Switch stuff, I can cover you for this one, because currently the Mega Man franchise is on sale via the Switch, and a lot of these are legacy collections, which is each one of the legacy collections contains 4 Mega Man games, so you're getting 4 games for the price of like $10 each, or not $10 each. One collection that has 4 games in it is $10. And they have their entire catalog on sale, and they have Mega Man Legacy Collection 2, Mega Man X, and then X2, and you know that's 8 games for $40, which is pretty good. And you know Mega Man has a rich and varied history, so if you're interested in checking it out, you can go check it out that way.
Yeah,
I need to give it a shot. I've heard they're good.
Sad now. I had such a good deal for you guys. It was 9 cents. From $10.
Really?
It was 9 cents, and it looked like a pretty fun game
as well.
The thing is, I'm so surprised that it's not available now, because I checked like at 1:30 this morning, so it had to have gone off sale at like 4 in the morning or something like that.
Shout out to
somewhere overnight.
Sometimes I want to get the most recent deals for everyone, because stuff gets out. News and the deals get outdated very fast. Very fast.
That's true. The Alex Hutchinson thing I mentioned only happened yesterday, I believe.
Yeah. So very, very recent stuff. But Hitarth, when you segue to your new
Yes, sir.
Stop.
New segment. Something I've always wanted to do on this show, but never really came up too often. Welcome to the speedrunning corner, where one of the, I want to say like a niche for gaming, but it's too popular at this point. One of like the few events that gaming brings out in a lot of games
it's
is
a well-known
the speedrunning
niche.
side. Yeah, just very little. But speedrunning is very popular among literally most games you can think of. Like if you know a popular game out there, people about speedrun the game. There are times online you can probably pick up the game and immediately start speedrunning yourself as well. Different categories, all that. And so I wanted to turn this into a fun little segment to see what Hector and Audie know about speedrunning. Since I think I have the biggest knowledge on it, I watch it almost daily. I see so many different types of games, and so I have 2 different, I guess, main questions I wanted to ask you guys and talk about.
All right.
Obviously, so obviously there's these bunch of different games that have been speedrun, and there are ones that have a bunch of players still now. So I want you guys. Oh, okay, yeah. Hector, 1 point. No.
Oh my god.
So I want you to both think for like a good minute and guess what do you think is the speedrun that has the most amount of players of all time?
Like right now, or like
Not
over
not
like.
active, but over time.
You
That's
mean
like
like
the most
the
total
game that's
players.
been run the most?
Yes.
That's actually really hard.
not actively, but just total amount of players.
Okay,
game
I have
that's
my
run the
answer.
most. You want me to go first?
Yeah.
What do you think?
I don't know. I guess just off like whatever limited knowledge I have, I'm gonna say Super Mario 64.
Okay.
All right, Hector?
I said Super Mario Bros. The original, but I think it's actually Super Mario World 3 or something like that.
Okay, so actually, Audie hit it on the money. You couldn't believe it.
Let's
Super
go.
Mario 64, a game from, I don't know, 19,
Feels
whatever,
terrible.
I don't know dates, has right now 4,225 total players speedrunning the game.
Jeez.
Not actively, but has the highest amount of players speedrunning. And you've seen this game probably anywhere if you've seen speedruns. This game has gone through so much over the years, and it's just become very
R.I.P.
popular
backwards
everywhere.
long jump.
I
Gone
do want
but
to,
not forgotten.
R.I.P. I do want to say for Hector, Super Mario Bros. The original is 9th on the list, right?
Oh, so that's
sitting
still
right,
very high up.
sitting right in front of Getting Over with Benefati, but it's still at 1,566 players.
Wait,
No.
Getting Over It with Bennett Foddy is 10th on the list?
That doesn't surprise me.
1,544 players. That game is just. It's both rage-inducing, but it's also a lot of fun to do. Like,
You can optimize it so well that you beat the game in like 7
Yeah,
minutes.
I
or something.
imagine it falls under one of those things where once you know, like, fundamentally understand how the game works and, like, everything doesn't seem like random and BS.
Yeah,
it's just, like, going
it's-
through the motions.
It's
huh?
actually. I mean, I can't say this. I was gonna say it's actually quite free once you understand that, but like
Nah, game's
from
hard, man.
someone that's like not good at the game, essentially it seems random, but all of the inputs are exact. So
exactly.
you can replicate runs pretty easily. It's not something that's RNG based.
So that was most players, like, overall, right?
Mm-hmm.
So then let's talk about what matters the most. What game is being run right now the most actively?
Right now?
Yep.
Mario 64 All Stars.
Wait, hold on, that's cheating. That's 3 games. What game is being run now the most?
I'll give Hector. That is on the list, but way further down.
Okay.
Wait, like the entire collection? Like it listed under like one title?
Yeah, the entire collection is listed as one thing, and it has 154 active players currently.
It's nothing.
What's being speedrun right now?
No, speedrunning is pretty small, but
Let me think.
I think that's like something that'll most likely be like trend based, you know.
yeah.
But
I will
can't-
give you guys this one. So for the other one, the one that has the most players overall is Super Mario 64. But Super Mario 64 is not the most active right now. It's actually number 2 sitting on this list.
Can you give us in that case the top 5 in any random order, and we have to guess? Because I don't think we're guessing this.
No, if I give you the top 5, you're gonna
Okay,
guess
you
it.
Okay.
I'll tell you.
TF2 locked in.
I'll tell you what number 5 and 4 are though.
Yeah, I was
I'll
about
give you
to
number
say,
2.
Can you start like eliminating?
So I'll start eliminating some popular games that you could believe that it might be it, but it's not. We already mentioned Getting Over It. It's not it. We've already mentioned 3D All Stars. It's not it. Sadly, Hector Sunshine is not that popular anymore.
It's okay.
Neither is the original Super Mario Bros. One that you two might have been thinking of off the list. Hector almost hit it earlier. Was Roblox Speedrun 4.
Oh,
Sorry,
How
easy
do you
clap.
speedrun Roblox?
I knew it. I knew it all along. TF2
Hold
locked in
on.
answer.
Hold on, hang on.
that's
We can
number
talk about
5
this later.
actively.
Wait, what was number 5?
Number 5 was Roblox. Roblox Speedrun 4.
Okay, I'll talk about that later. I'm baffled.
I'm gonna keep going down the list for now. I'll give you some more. Number 6,
Okay.
Hades. Pretty popular game right now. People are enjoying it.
Yeah, dang it. Okay,
Yeah.
there goes my guess.
Yeah. Number 7 is Odyssey. So
There goes my other guess. Okay,
That's off the
I'm
list.
just gonna
And I'll
jump
give
into
you-
the
hold on.
ocean.
I'll give you one more.
Okay.
Right after Odyssey, number 8 is Celeste.
Oh my god, this is actually hard now. I don't know.
Yeah.
This-
So
this
now,
actually-
Is it a game that we know, like by
Okay.
name?
yes, 100%.
Yeah, I don't doubt it. Okay, Hector, you know what? For this one,
I'll give you
we're
this.
gonna have
You
to team
both-
up.
Yeah, we have to work
both
together.
you both have played this game as well.
Have I beat it?
Okay, bro, I have so many games.
I'm not gonna answer that because I don't
No,
know
that will
exactly
give it
where
away,
that's at
probably.
with you and Hector right now.
Okay, so
Persona
I'm
5
thinking, right?
speedruns.
Oh my god.
I wonder if
No.
it's even on the
Okay,
list. I'll look for that. see if it's on the
here's
list.
what I'm breaking it down like logic wise, right? It has to be something that's relatively new. There's like a lot of interest in the game, and it has to be relatively short for like a lot of people to want to pick it up and run it.
Yeah, that makes
And
sense.
this is the most active
Do
recently.
I own it?
Yeah, I told you both have played the game.
Okay.
Wow, I
okay.
can't believe Rainbow
Well,
Six
we
Siege just
played
beat
it,
you.
but I don't know if
There
we
is a
owned
speedrun
it.
for that in there, but
We both own it. Okay. Am I at least allowed to ask if it's console or PC?
both.
Oh, fantastic
On
piece of where to
both.
find them.
Dude, it has to be like Ori or something like that.
No,
I don't know
see,
if that's on this list either.
I mean, Ori is a relatively short game, but I don't think that's it.
Dude, I literally
This is
don't.
really hard.
I don't own
Jeez.
anything else that would be like speedrun.
I'm just gonna say something random. Portal. I'm gonna say Portal.
Oh, that
that's
is
a good
on the
guess,
list.
but I don't think it is.
That's a
Hold
good
on, let me
guess.
put in my guess. Like, give me like 2 seconds. I'm scrolling through my games.
Yeah.
One.
Of course, it's gonna be like on Origin or something like that. I'm gonna cry.
I'm gonna
Is it on
continue
Steam?
the. I'm gonna continue
Okay.
the
My
knockoff
guess.
games.
My guess is no, this is a bad guess. I'm guessing Hollow Knight.
Oh, that's actually not a bad guess, actually. So on this list, you guys both. Audi guess was at least closer to the top. Portal is sitting right after 3D All Stars right
Okay.
now, and
Okay.
Hollow Knight's like 2 other rows down, like past Ocarina of Time, past Battle for Bikini Bottom.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Not that many active players. Past Mario Kart 8 Deluxe. I'm sorry,
Yeah, that was a terrible guess.
But-
by me then.
but it's a really popular game. Hard to think about. It's currently Minecraft Java Edition.
Oh,
The number
my
one most
god.
active speedrun game right now. Everyone's playing it right now.
Yeah, it's
Big
because streamers. I
big
should
Twitch
have known.
people
I should have known.
are speedrunning the game right now.
I should have known.
And it's crazy to think about when you look at these new streamers and like YouTube people who are playing this game. Like YouTuber people may or may not know Clint Stevens, someone associated with Ludwig and all that, has started speedrunning it recently as well.
It's really, really funny you mentioned that because on a whim, some content I decided to start watching was somebody named Dream who makes up who does this thing called a Minecraft Manhunt, where it's him speedrunning the game, and he has a few of his friends hunt him down the entire time. So essentially, if he dies once, he loses the run, and his goal is to go and beat the Ender Dragon. And those are very like fun, intense videos to watch.
I
And
do want to
also,
say,
Dream is nuts at Minecraft.
I would say, if you don't know who Dream is, if you watch any sort of Minecraft on YouTube or any content, Dream is like the Minecraft person now, with
He has
sitting
like
at
10 million subs.
11.5 million subscribers on YouTube.
Jeez, yeah,
he's like
massive.
extremely popular.
Listen, don't worry. Next episode of Behind the Screens, we'll do some more quizzes.
Yeah,
Yep.
this was
They're
fun.
actually
I'd
pretty
definitely
fun.
be down for it.
I'll have more coming up, but that's where speedrunning's sitting at. Minecraft's top speedrun game right now. Well, not top, but
That's
it's the
crazy.
most active currently.
Well, I
And
guess
it's number 3 on most players as well.
that's crazy.
Like, it's still crazy, but
How did I not think of Minecraft,
That's
dude?
crazy.
you don't really think of it as a game like you speedrun that you can beat. But like,
yeah, it's
it is
also 'cause
something you
I
beat.
guess maybe it just came out like a decent bit ago, but I guess like if you're looking at games that came out in the past years, and that's our next talking point, is like we look back onto the last 5 years of gaming, and you realize really how many great games came out, and you don't realize it until you search it up. But let's go back to 2015, and we'll go year by year up until now.
did I wish we can go back to 2015?
But 2015, some great names, just to name a few: Witcher 3, Rocket League, Arkham Knight. Splatoon,
Fallout 4.
Mario Maker. Fallout 4 was alright.
Yeah.
Wait, is Rocket League really 5 years
Undertale?
old?
Yeah, it is. It came out July. Undertale.
Jeez, that's weird.
Rainbow Six came out in December of that year. What else? Dying Light. So just a ton of different games. Xenoblade Chronicles X. Some great titles coming
Like
out
from
2015.
all
All
around.
Minecraft story mode.
Oh yeah, that started in 2015 as well.
right, you had me at Minecraft.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
then,
I
and
don't
then
know,
you jump to
crazy.
2016, and you'll see the one, the only, the infamous Overwatch drop in that
Overwatch.
year.
Oh, there it
Huge.
is.
That's probably. I mean, I think it was the game of the year actually.
Yeah.
That
Dark Souls 3.
Dark Souls 3. I think
Pokemon
2016. Oh yeah, that got overtaken by that. Doom, huge game. Stardew, which is a more indie title at the time, but I feel like it's
closest
grown
we
so
ever
well.
got to world peace whenever Pokemon Go released.
Oh, dude, honestly, yeah.
Yeah.
Sun and Moon, Pokemon as well. That's where that series started up again.
Yep.
What
Gears
other
of War
games?
4.
Super Hot came out as well. Pretty popular game and a VR game.
NBA
now.
2K17.
Super Mario Run, if you remember that.
I will say mobile gaming was pretty big at that time. Like
I think, yeah, 2016,
like Pokemon
2017
Go
was
and Super
pretty
Mario
good.
Run coming out at the same year. That was like a really big like. I think that was a big year for gaming in the like mainstream audience of like bringing it to mobile and then kind of transitioning a lot of people that wouldn't play games into consoles or PCs down the line. But like just some fantastic games. Uncharted 4.
You think about that 4 years ago, and I can like vaguely remember sitting on a bus heading to school for my senior year on my phone playing Super Mario Run just because it was out and I wanted to try it.
It's crazy. And then you go into 2017.
And
In my opinion,
off.
one of the best years for gaming.
Phenomenal year for games, yeah.
Like you have Breath of the Wild, Horizon Zero Dawn, Odyssey. Those 3 games alone, fantastic. You have Nier Automata, Cuphead, which did amazing. Resident Evil 7, Fortnite came out, which that alone basically made the entire year of gaming.
PUBG 2017?
No,
PUBG
the
was
game was
2016.
The game was in early development
And
for
then
a while.
in regards to Fortnite,
Okay.
whether you love it or hate it, you can't deny that it has a massive impact on the industry.
Oh,
you know?
No,
Easily.
it's crazy. Remember when Drake played Fortnite with Ninja?
Yeah,
Yeah,
That
like,
was huge.
I believe that was the most popular stream, right?
Mhm. Yes, that was.
Yeah. Fortnite for those, even if you don't like it, I think it did a lot good for the gaming industry. And it also was really good for just I guess looking at it from a game developer, because that was essentially the first game that did like battle passes, and now it's kind of the typical, and it actually
It was a
helps
game
lot.
that like popularized a
Yeah,
battle pass.
I don't.
system.
It definitely was probably a thing before, but it was what
Not
made
to the
it for other
scale
games.
that it was recognized that it is
Yeah,
now.
Hollow
Yeah.
Knight came out.
Hollow Knight. Please
what
go
a
play
great
it.
game.
Splatoon 2, Sonic Mania, which got a really good following on
Yeah,
that game.
Sonic Mania was fantastic.
Xenoblade Chronicles 2.
Yeah.
Yeah, what a great year.
What a great game.
2017.
I like Xenoblade Chronicles too.
2017
Getting over it was also
was
that
huge.
year.
Yeah, that's true. I never see that
Oh,
game as
was
big,
it?
but yeah, I guess it is kind of.
I mean, hey, it's
It is. It
pretty
had
big up
its
there.
moment.
But I guess we'll kind of skim through these next ones. But 2018, some great God of War, which was Game of the Year. Spider-Man PS4, fantastic. Monster Hunter World, I know that we played Audi. Celeste,
Yeah.
Hitarth and I loved that game. That was fantastic. And
Oh,
other
so
big
much
games
fun,
that
man.
came out: Far Cry 5, Detroit Become Human, Sea of
Mario
Thieves.
Tennis Aces.
Huge. Red Dead Redemption 2, which was a huge success.
The Pokemon
and,
Let's
Sma-
Go
and
came
Smash
out.
Ultimate.
Super Smash Brothers Ultimate.
Yeah, Ultimate came out.
I cannot
2018.
forget about that.
2 years.
That's
God, it's been 2
crazy.
years.
Honestly, Super Smash Brothers Ultimate release was like an experience in of itself.
True. That game was an adventurous launch of just bringing back a ton of different characters. But who can forget Fallout 76 coming out? You know,
Yeah, you know, yeah.
Really, I did pretty easily.
That's a game.
But 2019, a pretty
This is-
decent year, I'd say, actually.
Yeah.
This was also a pretty good year.
Sekiro, Shadows coming out.
Resident Evil 2, Death Stranding, Fire Emblem Three Houses,
Apex. Not 20. Wait, was it 2019?
Yeah, Apex.
Yeah, Apex
Oh,
was
wow.
2019,
That
and
was a
I
huge game.
still super respect that launch because they just said, "Oh, by the way, it's out. Go play it."
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was really fun.
That
initially
game,
playing it.
DMC
forget-
5,
Yeah,
Mario
I
Maker
really need to
2.
play that game.
LM3,
Multiplayer.
baby. Luigi's
LM3.
Mansion 3.
Baba is
oh,
You, a game that makes me want to bash my head in.
A lot of games with that involved the number 3 came out. Kingdom Hearts 3, Luigi's
True.
Mansion 3, Borderlands 3. It's like these are all games that people have been looking forward forever, and those finally released as well.
Yeah, 2019 was
Yeah,
just the year
huge
all those
years.
came out.
Gears 5, I know a lot of Xbox people loved that game. Even
Baba is You.
Tetris
Baba.
99 being like kind of really trending still, and a game
Yeah,
that's
people
free
still
to
play it
but
really actively.
it got pretty good recognition. Outer Worlds, I know that game was pretty well received when it came out, and of course the new Star Wars game. But now we look at 2020, and I guess just to wrap up the show, I kind of wanted to look at the games. Well, I'll let you guys choose one game so far 2020 that you've really enjoyed, and I guess one game that you're looking forward to.
20. Okay, so for me, I could obviously go the route of saying, you know, like Xenoblade Chronicles Definitive Edition, but that's a remake of an older game. Persona 5 Royal, that's Persona 5 with added content. So instead, I'm gonna say Ori and the Will of the Wisps.
That's a good one.
That
Because
is a good one.
I played Ori and the Blind Forest like a couple months ago, and then I found out that Ori and the Will of the Wisp was gonna be coming out soon, and I played it via Game Pass. Phenomenal Metroidvania game. It is super gorgeous. It's super fun to play. It's super fun to explore. I highly recommend it. I think about that game a lot, even though I've 100%ed it.
Hector, what are you on?
I'd say for the game that I surprisingly loved the most this year that came out, probably Valorant.
Yeah,
And
sounds
looking
alright.
forward to like a game that I'm really looking forward to would be probably Watch Dogs Legion.
Yeah, that's coming out in a couple of days here, actually.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's actually
Comes out
coming
next
soon.
week.
Toth this
As-
year's
at
Fall
the time of
Guys.
recording.
No, actually, a Splunky too.
Oh
Been
yeah,
playing it a lot lately. I've been playing the first game for so long. The second game came out. It's phenomenal. I would highly recommend picking it up.
I'm surprised
So
you
much
didn't
more
say
content.
Genshin, Adi.
So good of a game.
I mean, yeah, Genshin is good and I'm having fun with it, but
But
Ori
Genshin's
left
not
a bigger
2020.
a bigger
That's fair.
impact.
That's fair.
Yep.
That's fair.
Yep.
But yeah, I guess that was kind of like a look at like the past 5 years, and it's always cool
Crazy
to
to
look.
see what we have.
Yeah,
right?
to look back on them
It's-
and be like, wow.
Yeah. People say like, "Oh, game is going down." No, but games for the past 5 years have been pretty phenomenal. Like, there's been obviously like the pits here and there, like talk about Star Wars Battlefront and everything, but
Yep.
it's been good.
But speaking of new games we're looking forward to, how about new music we're looking forward to, right?
Heck yeah.
Yeah, let's go. 3 new music coming up for you guys. It's always 3, never less, never more. I don't know why, but here he is.
We'll just have a full show of 17 new musics.
Yeah, we just don't talk ever. All right, we have first 2 are Bloodsport and We're Bound to Be Together by Gamblers. Their music is alt rock, but they have a good mix of upbeat and like chill vibes to listen to. So I hope you guys enjoy those 2. And finally, Got It In was Jardanova by Area Resident. I wanted to play this for you guys last week because I really enjoyed it. It's from their album Jardanova, and their music is heavily influenced by Gilded by Voices and the Rolling Stones. Their genre is alt pop, and it reminds me a little bit of Animal Crossing music for some reason. So I
Really?
hope you guys enjoyed those
Interesting.
ones.
Interesting.
All right, I think that's all the time we have this week. If you, pandemic's still going on. If you're gonna go outside, stay safe, wear a mask, wash your hands, and we'll see you guys next week. Goodbye.
Catch
Take
you later,
it
guys.
easy, guys.